All right, everybody, welcome,
You're
welcome,
gonna have to
welcome.
say that. That's
It
funny.
is Wednesday, noon Pacific, 3 Eastern, or whatever time it happens to be where you are because you are watching us right now on Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. Now, there's a reason why I'm kind of hijacking our usual daily wisdom opening. So, if you will indulge
Oh
me,
no.
oh, yes, this is short and sweet. Hang
Okay.
on.
Oh, ha! That looks like me.
It
Happy
does.
anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Pour a cheerful toast and fill it, happy anniversary. But be careful you don't spill it, happy anniversary. Oh, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
Thank
And
you.
a very special happy anniversary to
Yay to me.
dear friends, our mentors in chief, our GPSs to successes, and the people that we love here at Unlimited Wisdom. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, for Terry and Robert Hollis.
Thank you, Craig, and thank you, everyone. I love you guys, and really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the nice comments and the nice things and everything. That's really, really special. Terry and I have been together for 42 years. Man, why I wasn't smart enough to ask her to marry me like the second day I met her. And been married for 37. I know that some of you have probably been married for quite a while as well. So congratulations to you guys. I think that Deborah Grady's like, no, no. Uh, but you know, we're definitely we're definitely together because of her. She doesn't do anything wrong. She's perfect. She's like
I've always said I'm perfect. I'm kidding.
yeah.
I'm kidding.
But that's one of your affirmations, right?
No.
Oh, okay. So I thought that I would talk about relationships today. How's that sound, you guys? That's really, really, really important. And the title of relationships today, the very first thing that I would say is, I would say one of my favorite mentors or um, person that I learned from was a guy named Jim Rohn. I just think he is incredible. And one of the things that I love most about Jim Rohn is he just said, nothing works until you work, which sounds simple, but then he would say back behind that, if each and every day you don't realize that you're working more on you than anything else, you're wasting your time. And I forgot that he said that because he then would say after that, he would go, do you realize that if you don't work on you and don't make yourself gooder, then what you're doing is you're consistently going every day trying to make something different with you being the same person. Let that sink in. So you're the same person, but you're still trying to accomplish the same goals as the same person. That immediately would sound to me like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, looking for a different result. So if you don't change the way you feel, you don't change the way you think, then guess what? So some of you, I think, would be an agreement with this. The disagreements that I had with Terry when we first started dating or gotten married compared to the decisions that I do today. It's like I'll be the first to say that I was one of those individuals when I met her that was really good at self-sabotage, you know, not being very nice to myself or not being very nice to others. And I always say to people all the time, I had all this crazy crap that happened in my life, and Terry came from a Leave It to Beaver. You know what I mean? It was like her mom and dad, they're always joking around and kidding each other and really close. And I've never ever seen them not support their daughter. You know what I mean? Oh, maybe once, like when you said you were going to go with me to
Oh,
California.
yeah.
Like, hang on. But they still backed her. You know what I mean? They still backed her. And it's just one of those situations where, she came from a place where, it was all about, it was really, really about she over delivers in anything that does with, taking care of me, taking care of the boys, taking care of our daughter-in-laws and our grandkids. She's like, she still does incredible things for her mother. You know what I mean? She just is always, always, always over delivering. And that, believe it or not, is her love language, right? So if we ever had any disagreements, it was usually me trying to figure out how to be a better person. Does that make sense? Like she would do things to trigger me. No, wait a minute. I'm triggered. She didn't do nothing. Are you guys see? It took me a long, long time. So if we ever have a disagreement, it's me coming to grips that I messed up again and I got to go back and apologize. So if you guys want to be together as long as Terry and I are longer, you just got to remember the three important words. I am sorry. Or you are right.
Dumbass.
And so one of the things with the relationships that I think that no one really gets is that the things that you're dealing with are coming through your filter, right? They're coming through your filter. You're the one that gets triggered. You're the one that gets pissed off. You're the one that thinks, well, listen, it's unrealistic expectations kind of stuff. Thank you, Mary, and thank you, Faith, for jumping on. I don't know if I said Dustin, Shelley, and Star, but Michael and Angela. Every time he comes on, he just goes almost to the top of the screen. So I miss him all the time. And by the way, Matthew and Hannah and Ez, yeah, it's just really, really interesting to me that each and every day, the number one thing that you should be doing is just becoming happier. Right now, I'll just share with you guys that I'm really, really fascinated. And, some of you will probably already judge me and come up with something. But, I've been watching these videos on these individuals that, are doing DMT and then really, really getting to the highest level of consciousness, right? And I just think it's so crazy because each and every day, I really, really want a the best connection I can possibly get with that higher power. And so when you listen to people that are atheist and agnostic and have these unbelievable egos, and then they take DMT and all of a sudden they come back and they have no words to explain it, but they now know that they're not the center of the universe anymore. They don't look at themselves as being, created among themselves, right? They now look at themselves as being a small, small part of a bigger whole, right? And it's funny when you get these people that have done it multiple times, and then people are asking them on podcasts to explain. And Craig, since I'm bringing this up now, I don't mind if you share what I shared with you. And so, there's this Steve Bartlett, that has the podcast, CEO. And I didn't watch all of it. I just watched this one part. But it is fascinating to me that if there was a way for me to get better connected, are you guys hearing me? If there was a way for me to get better connected where I could be guided and basically hear the guidance 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, that would be something where people say, well, what do you want? That's what I want. That's really what I do each and every day. And I keep adding stuff to my ritual to stay plugged in to that. to know where we're going next and what I should share to people next. And it's like, so if there was something, which Matt loves AI, if there was something where it gets a little spooky, where not getting off topic here, but Elon Musk, I guess, just came out and said that he believes that Neuralink within the next 6 months will actually be able to help a person see. He said, no eye surgery, no nothing, that the person will be able to have a chip and they'll be able to see. And it's crazy. They've already experienced stuff where, people can now move their limbs that have been paralyzed. And, they just keep pushing the boundaries of what Neuralink can do to your mind. And it's like, so I know that people love being in altered states sometimes because they just want to get away from the pain. I would say that a majority of people that are addicted to anything, they just want to feel something other than what they feel in their skin right now. I see Sandy shaking her head. It's like, Deborah, it's like, so when people want to get in a different state because they just don't, they're just not comfortable or in love and being with their own skin. So even though I said this is about relationships, it is about relationship, because I know that until you work that hard on yourself and you really truly love yourself unconditionally, you're not constantly having thoughts or saying words of sabotage. You just really believe that you're at a place of peace. You're at a place of you can be present. You can be, and all this stuff is not only being aware of it, but also practicing it. So a lot of people, that's the hardest part. When it comes to whether it's prayer or meditation or anything, it's like no one is willing to change what they do each and every day to get closer to who they are. And so I know that, he said a number of times, the guy he seeked out to do the DMT, and I'm just fascinated by that. And I'm not a real risk taker when it comes to that stuff, like taking gummies or getting stoned or doing any of that stuff. It's like, but I'm really fascinated that if I was in a room and I could bring her with me, she could hold my hand, we could do it together. And then I had some people that were around me that, so I'm like, hey, I'm not going to be like weirded out, right? It's just, I don't know. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying for you to be a really, really, really good listener and a really, really, really good connector. That you really, really got to know who you are and trust what you feel to help others. There was someone that just reached out to me, an old friend, and he reached out, David Rutz. Oh. And David Rutz reached out and he goes, are you doing the same stuff that you did to me, Mike and Tony Kupas, and all of us when we all sat in those little masterminds? And I go, what's that? And he goes, you are straight out prophetic or psychic. Or he goes, the stuff that you would do to us, everyone in the room would talk afterwards and go, there's no way he could have known that. There's absolutely no way that he could have known that. And so that really makes you very unique in somebody's eyes when you have a connection with them and then you come up with something that they know that you didn't know, and they're like, this guy's connected to something that I don't understand. And I would say that virtually everything is sort of like that. You don't understand it. But it's like me and Matt were talking yesterday or the day before. And, when people ask, what is your gift? What are your gift? I can remember like it was yesterday when I seen my mentor speak on stage, that my thoughts weren't, I would like to build a large group of people that use my product every month. And I can build these large groups of individuals that are, large organizations within a network marketing or an affiliate program. Isn't that crazy? What I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to make people feel. I wanted to be able to inspire them. I wanted to be able to trust being connected to something bigger than me and actually speaking to an audience and have them feel and be inspired and be able to wake them up. And it's funny, sometimes we forget what we really truly wanted. So in my mind, I always seen myself that one day I would be speaking in front of very large groups of people and just stunning the hell out of them, just really getting them to go, what the hell? Well, this person's talking from a different level. And I've heard it called the magnetic word. I've heard it called magnetic speech. And I've also heard it, that a person's very charismatic. People that have seen me speak a lot, they're going like, man, his passion level is right up there where I think he's like scolding me and really in my face about this subject, but I want as much as he'll give me. And of course, unlimited wisdom, that's where we're going to go. You know what I mean? Is that we really, because I believe that people, once you figure out how to get connected, and once you figure out how that you're so connected that you can, connect to other people and make them feel, help them, figure out what's holding them back, it's what we call breakthroughs. And then you really can get them to believe that they're a miracle. You really can get them to believe that they're worth more than who they think they are. You can get them to stop doing self-talk and stop doing sabotage, because what people really want is connection. I thought it was really interesting in that thing that I just talked about with Stephen Barrett, is that they were really, really talking about, again, Matt and I have had conversations, all of us has had conversations, is moving forward. Wouldn't you like to be the very thing that people are seeking out because AI doesn't do what you do? Right? And that's what they were going back and forth with. They were going back and forth that, the thing that people would love to experience, because when people have this, whatever 3D, 4D, I love that everyone I've heard talk about it, is when people ask them to explain it, they have no words for it. How many of you guys would like to experience something? And I know that you have already. But what's it like to experience something that when someone asks you to explain it, that you have no words for it? How many of you would like to be in that area all the time? And total side note, that's why I'm so in love with her. This person, this incredible person that God gave me, allows me to be with her, and I feel safe. I feel safe. I don't need to think or be anything. I just know that, yeah.
And he's starting to do the dishes. If there's a dish in the sink, he'll wash it now. Or we do like our little proteins and he'll wash it. Yeah. Good job, Robert.
What else do you want me to do?
We just got to start making money. You know what I mean? We'll flip the script a little bit here.
Nah.
You can start to vacuum.
I got ya. I got ya. And so, yeah, hand wash, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
I'm the only one that uses the dishwasher.
I don't know how to use the dishwasher. Are you kidding me?
Just I put them in the dishwasher. I'm not weird.
Right. So, when you really get that part of you, see, I think the world right now is constantly wanting, I've said this before, but I know it's going to sound different for you guys. What people want to know from the logical mind is they're constantly are saying, I don't know something. So when can I get a moment of Matt's time to teach me how to do something? Before Matt did AI, you guys did that to me all the time. Robert, can I get a minute of your time? Can I get another Zoom with you? Why? Well, I know I've said this before, but I'm a fucking mess and I don't know how not to be a fucking mess. I overthink, contemplate to considerate, beat myself up. And what I want, I never even thought about this. What you guys say is you need someone to tell you what to do. But brutally honest, you just want some time with me by yourself so you can fucking connect with yourself. Because I'll encourage you. I will tell you you're okay. I'm going to tell you that there's nothing fucking wrong with you. I'm going to tell you that everything that you need, you already have. Don't you guys get it? And it's like that's what it is. But because we don't know how to stay in the spirit, we don't know how to stay in the heart, we go back up to the thinking and you go, I'm missing something. I'm doing something wrong. I'm not doing stuff enough. I'm messing up. What am I doing wrong? Yeah, it's like this constant thing where you're just constantly judging yourself and beating the shit out of yourself and tearing yourself apart, which makes you go into procrastination, which just constantly puts you in this loop of not doing anything or not being who you want to be. Does that make sense to anyone? It's like, so we're always thinking that it's something that we're missing, the missing link, the secret. Do you guys understand why these things do so well? It's like, you're not successful, Ben? Yeah, I got the secret. I know what you're missing. All right, well, about time, damn it. Okay. Jay, thanks for jumping on here. So I hope you guys are really getting this. So have you guys have heard me say this before, but it is my default thinking. Watch this. I said think. It is my default thinking. So when I think, I immediately, my awareness, my spirit kicks in and goes, it's the exact opposite of what you're thinking. That's the adversary making you drift. So you think something, doesn't make you feel good, and I go, that's not my thought. That's not my voice. That's something trying to steal my joy to make me feel like I don't know what to do, that I can't do it, that it's not going to happen. And so then what I do is I shut that down and I go into my spirit, not my thinking, my spirit and my heart, and I start hearing, I got your back. All things are possible to those that believe. If you ask for wisdom, I'll give it to you. And once you have wisdom, you won't need anything else. Anything you ever needed, you'll get to you. That you need to ask by faith. Ask by faith. I want a lot of people. I want a lot of people that I can help that are donating and also subscribing. Then great. Just start talking and I'll bring them to you. Do you have faith that they'll come? Yeah, I definitely do. Then just find more ways to talk to more audiences. I'll bring them to you. You asked me to give you the words to say to those that have ears to hear. You surrender. You allow me through your spirit to talk to those that have ears to hear. I can't get the message to people that you need if you're not talking. You gotta go out there. You gotta start talking. Either individually or to a group. Correct. Ask and you shall receive. Absolutely. So that's the whole thing I wanted to talk about relationships, because everything that you want in life, if you work on you, then the rest will come. Just don't forget, don't beat yourself up. Just go, I'm going to get better every day in every way. I'm just going to get better every day in every way. And just consistently do the things that you know you need to do to make you better, to make you gooder, to make you more plugged in. And those can change. You know, they can go from listening, like there used to be things that I would tell people that they needed to do. But what they need to do is they need to ask and listen. Because I personally have gone from book to book to book. I've gone from audio to audio to audio to audio to audio to audio. Sometimes things work, like even me listening to worship music when I get up in the morning. It is bizarre that songs that I first listened to that brought me to tears immediately. They don't do that anymore. Why wouldn't they do that anymore? Because that song was supposed to do for me what it did for me when it did it. So then I need to find other songs. I need to find other tracks to listen to. It's like, you know, at a very, very dark time for me, you know, I found books and tracks like this, the 6-phase meditation. You know, the 6-phase meditation taught me a couple of huge things that people just keep forgetting. One is, are you forgiving everyone and forgiving you? You know, isn't it funny that's a 6-phase meditation? I still know people that still hold grudges and are upset at people and their past, when everything that you read and everything you understand, whether it's personal development or a spiritual thing, it goes, man, you can't move forward if you're still hanging on to things of the past. If you still are constantly mentally bringing up shit that happened in your past, there's no way you're going to move forward. So when you hear that, and then you go, that's bullshit, and you don't do it, how many of you realize that you're just staying in the place that you always have been? So what's cool about 6-phase meditation is you listen to a part and you go, man, maybe I should do more about that. Maybe I should do more about that. And part of forgiveness is also forgiving yourself. I still know people every day that beat the shit out of themselves because they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. I don't even know how that person can be productive. If you're a fighter in the ring and before you even went out for the first bell, imagine 3 or 4 people that are around you doing nothing but just telling you how much of a piece of shit you are. I don't do anything. It takes me forever to learn. I suck. I've never made any money. Yeah, can you imagine surrounding yourself by 4 or 5 people before you go into a ring and fight, and all they're doing is saying bad shit about you? Well, if you do that your entire life, all day, every day, and then you wonder why nothing's coming to you. You don't understand why blessings and being fortunate, that it doesn't come to you. It's because you use your own words that are spells and you throw them out into the universe and your ears hear them and you're stuck. That's just one of the phases of the 6th phase. But then if I asked every one of you, do you spend amount of time on a daily basis imagining a better future for you and your family? What is the imagination you have 3 years from now? I don't do that. Then why be pissed off that things don't change? Isn't that weird? It's like, if you're just not going to do that, then stop beating yourself up that life is just what it is. Don't beat the hell out of yourself and then also not imagine a better future for yourself. That's retarded. Some of you are going, that you're not supposed to use that word. You're retarded. Okay? And then what did you say?
You said it was a wrong one.
So another part of the 6-phase meditation It's just being grateful. My God, the first time it's like, I think, not think, I know that life is so simple that because of its simplicity is why we all miss it. It's like, listen, Oprah, whether you like her or not, he's like, well, I sat down with somebody and they told me that I needed to get a gratitude journal, and I write 3 to 5 things in it when I get up in the morning of what I'm grateful for, and then I also do that before I go to sleep. And people go, well, that's too simple and that's stupid. I ain't doing that. But yet you want your life to change. So in closing, I know that if you find moments in time to keep being better and getting gooder and gooder for yourself, that will change the way that you connect with people that you love. It'll allow you to reconnect with people that you've lost a connection with. For those of you that are lonely, you'll start attracting people that will make your life incredible. There's nothing more important to me than my connection with my wife and connections with my sons. Connections of, with my daughter-in-laws. There's not too many people out there that I think that you could find that believes that if they want a connection with me, it's not going to be me breaking off the connection. I do know that people change and things change and their thoughts change and they might lose connection with me. But I posted the anniversary thing for me and my wife today, and I had 3 exes that wished me a happy anniversary. Think about that.
Did you put our Cash App up on there?
Yeah, Terry always sees these people say, "Hey, if it's my son's birthday, here's his Cash App."
Candace,
you know what I mean? So
would do that every year. Her kid would have a birthday. Hey, if you want to send him some money, here's his Cash App. I'm like, that's the rudest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, and so Terry was going, "Did you put our Cash App on the anniversary deal?" I always.
No cereal. He's gonna put it up.
There's one thing my biological mother said to me, when I did first date, and she said, "Never, ever, ever try to figure out a woman." And she says, because if you figure them out, they're boring and you'll move on. So the first ones didn't work, but I still haven't figured her out. You know what I mean? She still shocks me with stuff that comes out of her mouth every day. So I just tell people that she's like she's just a constant
smartass
place of love and entertainment for me. She's just like So I hope that helped you guys. I really, really hope it did. Maybe put a note again. I always did this with Melody. I just love her so much. I think that if I ever showed up at Melody's room where she's at a lot, I'm going like, why did you decorate the whole room with sticky notes? And she's probably say, well, because you told me. Here's another sticky note. Here's another sticky note. But when, the thing that I love most in life is making a difference and an impact in people's lives. And I just want to make them better people when I'm around them than when I'm not. Does that make sense? So I think what will spawn off this is not only relationships, but man, don't you guys wish they would have taught communications in school? That there was really different personality traits, that there was really difference in how people talk. So if you say something, actually people hear something different than what you said. I mean, why didn't we have every year in school on how to properly listen how to listen, and how to communicate with other people. Because if we have a whole world right now that really truly believe that the world revolves around them, not trying to be mean to people, but I can't imagine, telling Jay that he needs to address me a certain way or it's going to hurt my feelings and piss me off. See, to me, that's the opposite of respect. That I feel like Jay is offending me because he won't address me the way I want him to address me. Isn't that bizarre? That's bizarre. And people want to know why all this stuff is happening. It's the education system. So now all of a sudden you got all these people that are out there and they don't have to accomplish anything. They don't have to make any money. They just have to run for office. I'm like, what the hell? Me and Craig were talking, this lady that just won in Denver, they asked her, they said, you've never really had a real job. You've never made any money. You've never done anything. What makes you think you should run for this office that this lady's had for 33 years? And her response was perfect. She goes, well, she's been there for 33 years and done nothing for the people in Colorado. So why not try someone that says that they're going to do their best to help you? Because they ain't. I'm going like Craig does, just drop the mic. So she's never hung around people that have showed her how to love herself so that she respects and loves others. Then that's something that people maybe eventually learn, or maybe they never ever learn it. So you have anything to say, love? No. Come on, you got to have one nice thing to say about me. Oh,
I just wanted to say happy anniversary to you guys too. I've been working super hard today, but love you guys so much. You're such an incredible example for us. So love you guys. Ezra's still sleeping. Aww. So I just wanted to say something before we headed out here that you guys are amazing.
Thank you, Matthew. We're proud of you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Learn from the best. So
thank you.
Big smooch for me.
I look at Matthew. I look at Matthew and Hannah and our youngest son Kyle, and I'm just going, man. A lot of you have heard Matthew talk. How many of you wished you were aware like that in your 20s and 30s?
Me.
I mean, the guy's 34 years old.
Hey, now, I was just telling Hannah I'm almost in my mid-30s, so... like, uh-oh.
But if you ever heard Matt talk about him and Hannah miscommunicating, it's like, no, that's so important to him that he made sure that he understood so he doesn't miscommunicate. Because he takes personal responsibility.
That's the easiest thing ever. If you do something wrong, or even if you say you don't believe you did something wrong, but the person you care about does. Personal responsibility, it matters to them too. You know what I mean? Try to understand and think from their perspective. So listening and communication is always going to be key in any, not just personal relationships, every relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
thank you, Matt. So if you get that,
thank you.
Get that done with you first, can you guys imagine having conversations with people and you connect so fast and they know that you care? Because people don't care what you know unless they know that you care. Can you imagine connecting with people so fast that they immediately want to be a part of your life? And maybe when they know, like, and trust you, maybe they do ask what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's like, well, what do you do? I haven't worked for anyone for, 37 years. I don't work for people. I build empires. You interested in building an empire? Yeah, well, tell me what to do. I need you to work on you first. Why? Because you know you suck. Let's get you to not think you suck anymore. If you guys want the first goal would be for you to wake up in the morning and think you're pretty freaking awesome. That you're a miracle, that you're an asset, that you got something to bring to the world. That being your friend or you being associated something makes it better. Instead of you thinking that you're a drain on stuff, that you don't have any information to give. Wouldn't that be cool? So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Love you, Mary, Dustin, Shelly, Star, Melody, Deborah, Matthew, Jay, Jim, Laughing Sandy, which wasn't good. I don't know what Sandy said.
Giggles.
Okay. Ben, Michael, Angela, Deborah Grady, Coach Bob, Lisa Marie, my lovely wife, Terry. And, you just told Dave I can no longer suck. Oh, hey, I get it. I get it. So love you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Thank you, Craig.